Hi, this is Trevor. Thanks for joining. Here at Holistic Strategies, we are uncovering natural solutions to the physical, mental, and spiritual problems we face in life. So we focus on physical practices that bring about good health on both the inside and the outside of the body. We focus on optimizing the mind, whether that be the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. And we also investigate our spiritual nature in order to unlock our true identity as the creator, the enjoyer, and the destroyer of everything we perceive. Now, this is done in order to bring the body, the mind, and the soul essence of the individual into a three-way harmonic alignment. Through this unification, our source of happiness is no longer dependent on current life circumstances, but rather our sense of happiness is seen to come from deep within ourselves. When we realize that true happiness comes from within us, then our outer circumstances in life begin to reflect that internal shift, just like a mirror reflects our current image. Today, we're going to talk about your identity, what you have identified with, how this affects your experience as a human, and how this relates to the things, the people, and the situations you end up welcoming into your life. Once you understand the different levels of identity, you'll have an easier time seeing which phase you yourself are currently in. So let's get started. The first level of identity is more of a vegetative state of consciousness, and it has to do with the body's appearance. For instance, what do you think of me? What do you think of this body? How do I look to you? This level of identity is concerned with receiving validation, acceptance, and a feeling of worth based on a strictly material level. We often see this level of identity in children and in younger people. This level of identity is neither good or bad, just like any of the other levels. However, it is the most immature level of identity that could be experienced during a lifetime. Eventually, most people graduate into the next level as they mature, but you will usually see some overlap of this body level of identity with the next level we're going to talk about. And the next level of identity is an animal state of consciousness, which contains the mindset of what can I get? What can I take for myself? How can I define myself with all of these material possessions that I have collected? This level of identity is fueled by an instinct to be driven towards reward and pleasure on one side, and to avoid pain and mental suffering on the other side. This level of identity is the game level. It's about testing the limits to see what you can get away with without anybody stopping you. I would say that most people in this world, the high majority, are operating at this level of identity, and they suffer here. Remember, this is the game level where the ego runs the show, and it can become an increasingly painful and exhausting level of identity to have to live at. Most people I've spoken with are living at this level of identity, and they come to me asking for help because either the pressure from society has created more anxiety than they can handle right now, or they have feelings of depression about their past and how they haven't lived up to society's standards in some way. But at the same time, they want to get out of the rat race, free their mind, and find some real peace and relief in their lives. Anyone who is starting to see past the animal level identity will eventually see that they must free their mind from society's opinions in order to graduate. Now, if this is you, if this is where you're stuck, then something in you already knows that there must be a higher level of identity to graduate into. Something beyond your basic animal nature of survival. When someone gets to this point, it means that they're ready to expand their brain usage capacity beyond their mammalian brain and into the neocortex. And that's when we move into the next identity phase. And that next level of identity is what we could call true human consciousness. This level of consciousness is focused around the questions, what can I give? How can I provide, or what can I provide for others? The other two levels of identity I mentioned earlier, such as what do you think of me and what can I get, those will still be there during this phase, but the volume of the importance of these things, such as how do I look and what can I achieve above other people, the volume of importance will be turned down more quietly so you become available as a person of purpose And that purpose is to serve humanity in a way that is unique to your life story and unique to what you have learned about life. The service that you provide on this level of identity is built on a foundation of love, respect, and legacy, such as, what can I leave here that would benefit future generations to come? Most people in this world, they never graduate into true human consciousness because their hearts never fully open. Some kind of fear or subconscious belief or a damaged, unhealed nervous system keeps them stuck in the animal phase of struggle. And unfortunately, many people die in their old age, never taking the opportunity to experience open heart human consciousness. They remain stuck at that animal level their entire lives, comparing themselves to others based on their body image and based on all the material possessions that they could get. They might have played the game really well, but they were never able to open their hearts, except for maybe when they were young children, and then over time their hearts closed up as they were no longer able to embody the feelings of love and acceptance within themselves. Now, there are several hands-on holistic techniques that can help you to open up the heart space inside your physical body. If you figure out how to open up your heart space, this will completely change your life. And I would suggest that this is the doorway into true human consciousness. All of this is in my program, and it's actually very easy to start applying these holistic practices in your everyday life. And then my role is to make sure that you are guided through any turbulence that might come up, because it's bound to. Once you have nested in the natural human heart-to-heart identity for enough time, you'll eventually realize that there's only one more destination after that. And that takes us to the last level of identity, which I refer to as infinite awareness or union consciousness. This phase begins to ask the question, who or what am I in reality? This phase is known to be more dreamlike than the other previous phases, as the world becomes less of something we feel like we are trapped inside of, and more of a place that exists within us, within our unified being, beyond the limitations of a physical body or a chattering mind. Awareness itself is seen to exist as our permanent home, and that awareness has infinite potential to create anything and everything within itself. So to recap, our 4 levels of identity, we have the vegetative body image level, we have the animal level of status and achievement, we have the human level, which is based on the heart, what we can give, along with the legacy we could leave to the next generation, and then we have infinite awareness or union consciousness, which exists prior to the birth and death of the body, and also exists prior to the appearance of time and space in the world or anything that can be perceived through the 5 senses. So the question today is, where are you in this journey? Drop a comment below and I'll get back to you on that. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It encourages me to continue producing content like this. Before we finish up today, I'm announcing that the Holistic Strategies online program is open for enrollment. And that is a 90-day one-on-one journey for all of you professionals out there who are experiencing reoccurring problems from some type of personal existential crisis in your life. And this is negatively affecting your performance in either your career or in your relationships. So within 90 days, we shift you from feeling stuck in life, dealing with anxiety, depression, and confusion about your life's purpose, and we trade that out for a calm, empowered feeling nervous system, and a more silent and stronger mind, and a clear awareness of your deep inner soul purpose in life. So you end up feeling extremely confident about the direction that you're supposed to be going in. You're able to trust yourself like never before, and you're able to connect with the people in your life on an awakened heart level. So if this sounds like you or somebody that you know, I will have our link in the description below to set up a free strategy call. And if you're ready to begin this body, mind, spirit journey today, hit me up. Here's the question. Why would you wait? Life's short. Dive into this now while it's on your mind, and if you're able to listen and able to learn, then you're going to start seeing quick results, and I'm really looking forward to helping you achieve this level of relief and empowerment within yourself at this point in your life. Remember, when things change on the inside, the outside circumstances will begin to reflect that inner change. And at that point, you'll uncover the true source of everything. And that's the real you. You are the source. Till next time, I'm Trevor, and these are the Holistic Strategies.